Morning everyone. Here's a video I didn't want to make today, but things happen. Yep, we are broken down again. We get the TomandZen. He's gonna load up the bus on that trailer, take it down to Cedar City. I'll explain all to you what's going on. Nothing major, I don't think, but I just can't move. So he's gonna load me up and take me down to Amen Diesel. Well, on large vehicles, they don't have they have reverse, neutral, drive, and gears. And then you have a parking brake that you pull or set it. And that's how you put yourself into park. And the problem I'm having is this. Don't mind the buzzing noise. Those red lights, brake pressure and park. The parking brake won't release because it says I don't have enough brake pressure or something. And it does that. I'll turn that off so it won't annoy you too much. And then we can't move. It is locked in place. And so I've done everything I can, and we'll see what happens. So I'm going to go underneath here and I'll show you some stuff underneath. There's Zen. We're just hanging out here waiting, aren't we, buddy? Yep. He's been sleeping all morning. Let me go underneath the bus right here and I'll show you. Bear with me as you get this underneath here. Oh, hey, this is under my bus. That unit right there is the electric parking brake system, and the cable on the left goes around and into this big round thing here, which is your parking brake drum. It has a pair of, I think when I read, a pair of brake shoes in there that locks around the differential so it doesn't turn. And that thing is solid, and it is not moving. Even if I put it in drive and give it fuel, it doesn't even budge. So that's what we're looking at. Oh, the joys of owning an older vehicle. And as I crawl up under here, I just put that rock in front of the wheels just in case, maybe something would break loose and the bus would roll. I'm on a little downhill slide here and I don't want to roll off into the ravine. So we're just waiting on that. But that's my emergency brake. That's my rock. I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. You've heard that before, and that's what I am. But beautiful day out here. No clouds in the sky. Whoop, there's some way over there. But it's nice. I don't know what this area is. There's a lot of houses back in here, a little subdivision of some sort. This is privately owned land. This is not National Forest land. National Forest land begins up on that ridge over there. And the other side of it is where the Dixie National Forest is. So this is all privately owned land. But yeah, we went to Panguitch, got our groceries, and got our, everything we needed. And we're about 14 miles from our camp. And we can't move. And yesterday while I was driving, my brake pressure light came on and it started beeping and beeping and beeping and wouldn't go off. Now over the last 3 years, it's gone on and off. It'll come on for a minute and go off. And 2 or 3 months later, it may come on again and go off. So it's nothing constant, but this time it means serious business because it's not moving. This is a 24,000 pound paperweight and we are not moving. So we'll see what happens on this part. And here we are, made it down the mountain on the back of the flatbed with the brakes never let go. So we had to just drag it on there with the tires on the ground. Using WD-40 and gravel work, got it on the trailer. There's Zen inside. He rode down on the bus. we'll let him out as soon as we get it off this trailer. But thanks again to Always Towing here in Cedar City, Utah. There's their sign. That's a pretty nice rig. That whole trailer. This is interesting. The tires back here roll whereas the trailer stays still, and then it tilts up. We'll see it here in just a minute as they go to unload it. And then we get Zen out. These too high now to get down. And just to do a short recap of all this, this is the next day after we dropped the bus off. I'm back in a U-Haul van. It works. I did this. This is the second year in Cedar City area that I've had to get a U-Haul because my bus had died. Zen can't quite get under the U-Haul like he can the bus, but he can make it. There he goes. But yeah, just a recap on all that. You know, the brakes, parking brake locked up and it wouldn't remove. The tow truck driver tried for a good hour and a half to break it loose and try to get the wheels to roll. They wouldn't do it. So in the video, the bus is hanging way off the back end of the trailer because that's because the wheels wouldn't move and we were just dragging it on the pavement. He didn't want to drag it any further because when we got down to Cedar City to unload it, as the video showed, I didn't get that part, but they brought another wrecker in to go in behind to hook onto it to hold it while he drug the trailer out from underneath because the wheels didn't move. The wheels on the bus did not go round and round on this one. They were locked in place, but they were working on it. But yeah, I thought the whole Tuesday was my day off, and then Wednesday is when the bus got dropped off. So I spent the night over there in the on side of the road, about 15 miles, 14, 15 miles from here. But you know, I thought, well, great. I got my home, you know, whole house with me, my home. I can make it easy. So you know, I thought, well, no problem. I'll you know, sit here and I'll take a shower. The whole the afternoon didn't work out. Hey, the bus broke down. Went to go take a shower, no water. Well, and then I went to hook up the Starlink, no internet connection. And then I went to go start the bus to see if the light would go on and on and off. Batteries were dead. So it was everything that day just died. But I got the batteries recharged. I had my generator with me because I had everything in the bus, and I hooked up I got two battery chargers. Hooked up one battery charger to the batteries, and the other battery charger I put inside and ran off the solar power. Got the batteries charged back up, and you know, put them back in. Bus fired right off, but it still wasn't moving. But the next day when they came to pick the bus up, I tried it in the morning. I turned the key on, this bus started fine. It just fired right off and purred like a kitten. Well, later on when the tow truck driver came, we were going to start the bus to you know, use the power steering. Battery's dead again. So I think I've got a bad battery too. But anyway, yeah, we'll end this video real quick here. But yeah, we're back. We got the U-Haul for who knows how long. So this is not a U-Haul advertisement, but it's a place I can come work and I can live in me and the dog can live in the back somewhat comfortably. It's a little cool at night because it's not insulated. But we'll make it work. This is our version of roughing it. So thanks everybody for watching, and we'll keep you informed on what kind of news is coming up on the bus and going on. So we'll see you guys on around, you know, the campground. Hopefully nothing else breaks down.